ènìyàn lè pa wọ́n ó ṣe yóò bàbá ló bá wá ṣe. Ta ló ṣe o. Bàbá ló bá wá ṣe o. Bàbá ló bá wá ṣe o. Ènìyàn lè pa wọ́n ó ṣe yóò bàbá ló bá wá ṣe. Akọ́dà ayé mọ̀ ni o. Ọlọ́run ló bá wá ṣe o. Olódùmarè ni ẹ wá jẹ́ ìyìn Olódùmarè tèmi. Takunmọ́lú oṣó ajáde mọ̀mọ́ tán lé abánirìn mọ̀mọ́ sójó. Ọba tí mo kìkìkì tí mo sì fi là forí adé. Àsọkọ ọmọge ṣáájú ilé ọkọ. Ọ̀kàkà òkìkí. Òkìkí ọ̀kàkà. Ọba tá a lé kì í tán o. Ọlọ́run tèmi ọba ńlá tó dá tó lè gbogbo agbára lórí ohun gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ kọ̀ kíjọ bàbá mi èdè. Ọlọ́run mímọ́ tó wọ mímọ́ lọ mímọ́ fi mímọ́ ṣe mímọ́ lẹ́sìkò mímọ́ àsọkọ ọmọge ṣáájú ilé ọkọ àpàkọ òkìkí ọ̀kàkà ni. Alágbára ọba tí fi gbàgbára lọ́wọ́ alágbára ìta gbàgbára fi tagbára rẹ̀ gba wájú ilé alágbára. Agbára ògbára alẹ́ mo rí kò gbàrà oko. Òun ló ti rìn Whitefield Foundation lọ́wọ́ tó gbé wá débi tá a wà yìí. Ẹ rí asọ́dúró lọ́rùn wa. Àwọn tá a jọ sọdún yìí wọ́n ti lọ látogún ọdún. Ọ̀pọ̀ ní ikú ti pa. Bàbá mi ò yàn lè pa àwọn ó ṣe yóò bàbá ló bá wá ṣe. Ǹjẹ́ mọ̀ lọ. Olúwa Funmi Johnson ni wọ́n kọ́kọ́ kìkì ń tó mọ́ lọ. Pastor Funmi Johnson Ìjẹ̀ṣà òṣèré onílẹ̀ obì. Ọmọ ẹlẹ́ni àtẹ́ẹ̀ká ọmọ ẹlẹ́ni ẹ̀wẹ́lẹ́. Ìjẹ̀ṣà orídìí ìsáná. Ilé lẹ́rú ọwá tí múná roko. Ẹ̀yin lọ máa fíjú rọjà orin gbẹ̀ndẹ́kẹ́. Ọmọ ọ̀bùn rọjà pa sí ọ̀sìọ̀. Ọ̀bùn ní òrẹ̀rù àfíjú wọlé. Wọ́n bá jẹ́ sáré lé. Ọmọ wa lókun òtéréré. Ọmọ wa lókun òtàràrà. Kò sí ìtìràn Ìjẹ̀ṣà ó fọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ àgbàgbà ṣe. Ẹ̀yẹ lẹ́jẹ̀. Ọmọ wa òbòkun. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ kọrin fún. Ẹ̀rú ọ̀wá òbòkun rẹ̀ mi. Òbòkun rẹ̀ mi Ìjẹ̀ṣà òbòkun rẹ̀ mi o. Ìjẹ̀ṣà òṣèré o. Àóyè. Ìjẹ̀ṣà òṣèré onílẹ̀ obì. Ẹ̀rú ọ̀wá òbò. Ìjẹ̀ṣà òṣèré onílẹ̀ obì. Ọmọ Ògèdèngbé. Agbógun gbòòrò. Àdìkàkàkà lójú ogun.
Another round of applause for Party people. That's a good way to start, eh? That's a good way to start. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this amazing occasion. Whitefield is 20. This is a momentous occasion, all right? We are gathering here to celebrate a beacon of hope and of compassion in the person of the Whitefield Foundation. So my name is Oyin Johnson Awoni, and I'll be your host today. I have had the honor of having a front row seat for the last 20 years to the journey of Whitefield, so it's my privilege to guide you today to explore that history and that journey. But before we get into it, for those of us who are here, what happened, for those of us who were there, what happened 20 years ago? Who can tell us something that happened in 2003? Whitefield was registered. That's the cheat answer now. We're all here because Whitefield is 20. Anything that you remember that was interesting about 20 years ago? 2003. Let me jog your memory. Okay. The basketball legend Michael Jordan retired in 2003. Apple launched iTunes and sold 1 million songs in the first week in 2003. Finding Nemo, Pirates of the Caribbean, Lord of the Rings, all came out in 2003. Before 2003, if you changed your network from some network to the other, there was nothing like porting. You would have to get a new number. The president of Nigeria in 2003 was His Excellency President Olusegun Obasanjo. And of course, some of us in this room were not born in 2003. So 20 years is a long time. And when Whitefield was registered 20 years ago, it was in a bid to solve some problems in our immediate community with a focus on education. Now, over the last 2 decades, there has been an expansion of that mission to address all forms of lack of opportunity, economic disempowerment, and financial captivity. As we navigate today through the pages of the past of Whitefield, it's heartening to see the indelible mark Whitefield has left on countless lives. The commitment to education, healthcare, and community development has transformed the destinies of many and continues to create ripples of positive change extending across our entire nation. Mrs. Funmi Johnson, the convener, the founder and CEO, burns today with even greater passion to see Whitefield's reach go further. It's also important for us to acknowledge the selfless volunteers, the donors, partners who have stood by Whitefield for the last 20 years, many of whom are in this room today, enabling it to reach this significant milestone. Your generosity has been the driving force behind the positive impact we celebrate today. So, in just a minute, I'll invite you to be part of this exclusive unveiling of the new Whitefield logo, after which we'll watch a video that tells the story of Whitefield beneficiaries from the perspective of them directly. But before we do that, there's one thing I'm going to ask of you. It's very simple. Okay? It's simple. I'll say 20 years gone, and you respond, Whitefield goes on. Is that okay? Is that simple enough? Okay. Let's try it. 20 years gone. Okay, the people at the back there, it's like you are not with us. 20 years gone. Whitefield goes on. 20 years gone. Very good. Thank you very much. Please watch the video. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the new Whitefield Foundation logo. Another round of applause if you're open and minded to it. We're going to have, following right immediately, the video of Whitefield, story told from the perspective of beneficiaries.
Whitefield is 20, and I'm so excited, and I mean really, really excited. We started with educational support. Let me tell you, sometimes I went to my friends, I'll ask someone to pay for a GC class, someone to pay for a WIAC class, until 2003 when we had to register Whitefield formally. And then we started with a free WIAC class, free JAM class, and also obtaining WIAC forms and JAM forms for people for free. Then the people passed. It was so simple for them to pass because we had very good teachers. Now they went to school. The school fees weren't so high. We don't pay for private schools. We only support them in the public schools. And they went to schools and they graduated. We were encouraged by the stories like that of Mukwilola.
My name is Mukwilola Akinshola. I benefited from the tutorial that was organized by Whitefield in 2012. I came together with a friend, Lawrence, and it was a wonderful experience. And I think that was the first time I had a 200 and above score in my jam because the teachers were very, very good. And I gained admission thereafter, and today I'm a graduate from Landmark University.
Then we had peculiar cases like the case of Eunice. You can see her in one of the JAM classes as well. Something happened to her. She almost gave up at 16. But look at how God turned our life around.
I'm Eunice Stephen. For the past 10 years, I've known Whitefield Foundation. At age 16, I became a mother. Teenage pregnancy. So it has been that up and down until 2013 where I met Mrs. Funmi Johnson. The story changed. And after asking me some few questions, she just said, okay, do you feel that this is just a second chance for me to get back my life and what I want to do? Would you like to go back to school? I say, Ma, it's like 5 years plus now I've not gone to school. I say, yes, but I can still, Before I know, she started making calls. In less than 2 weeks, I got a call for me to go to secondary school because she felt that I needed to have that secondary school background since I left school since SS2. So I went back to SS2 third time. I don't know how she did it. I went back to SS2 and I was in that school for almost a year and that was it. So after the WIAC, register in JAM, let her go to JAM, Let us see what God can do. Fortunately enough, God being merciful, I was able to write my JAM once and she said, okay, since you have talked to something, go to Unilag. Let's see what will happen. I went to Unilag and lo and behold, God being merciful, I got through school. They didn't just stop at paying the school fees. They paid for my handouts. They paid for anything that the school demanded for. And I was still receiving 10,000 naira extra every month for 4 years. And that has really helped a lot. And when I was done with school, so excited, finally, thank God, though, fresh graduate. She gave me the opportunity to come and intern with Whitefield Foundation. Yes, that was my first time working officially. I've never worked in my life. Thank you, Whitefield Foundation. I know I will not be halfway where I am today without coming in contact with you guys. Thank you so much.
We continued with education and all that, but when we had a lot of our students graduate, but they were without jobs, we had to put in another thing, which was the vocational training, to ensure that, yes, even though you are out of school, you have some other skills. Until you get a job or paraventure, you may become an entrepreneur. We've seen from education, let's see some other testimonials from vocational skills.
I want to appreciate Whitefield for this great privilege that was given to me. I came in during the SHAPE 2020. I was taught major principles, and that has really helped me. And one of the things that I needed was the cylinder bed machine, which I couldn't afford. Through them and through the grace of God, I was able to get the machine. Through the machine, I've been able to do so many things, so many bags, so many contracts.
For me, the evaluation and the monitoring was the major thing for me. Our facilitators were on us to always do our practicals. As at that time, I was only into baby wears. I was just starting something in catering, and we needed another source of income in the family because baby wears were not selling during COVID-19. It was the last day we finished our training that lockdown started. So there was demand for hand sanitizers, bleach, and everything. I moved around the stores in my areas, hospitals, and I started supplying. And God has been so faithful. I got an opportunity to register the business name, to initiate the NAFDAC registration. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much, ma'am.
You didn't tell them how many people you have trained.
As of today, I've trained over 500 people. I use WhatsApp platform to do that. So I train people in batches.
The training was about 3 stages. Then the first we learn about the theoretical aspects. Then later we have so many classes that we learned about the beauty, about the graphic design aspects, the web design, and some other things. But I actually chose web design category of the lecture. It was as a result of that I registered my domain name. But as a result of that skill, somebody just told me, we wanted to make a website for agricultural stuff that even will need coding and this development. And I said, no problem. And as a result of that, even the money that came to my own purse is 100,000, wow, which I used for my school fees.
I was selected for the 100,000 naira grant last year. And when I received it, I was so elated, like I was so happy where I was. Actually, what we used the money for was to buy a generator. Thank you. We are a product of Whitefield Foundation. I was super glad.
I want to specifically say thank you to the Coca-Cola Foundation that found us in 2019. Our vocational skill took a new turn. First, they asked us to train 100 people, and we did 770 because that was like, what are you talking about? We would even do this for free. And then they saw what we could do, and they asked us to do more. And with them, we went to all the states in the federation. We have given grants to all states in Nigeria. I think that deserves an applause.
My name is Ndukwe Kenneth. I live in Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria.
My name is Grace Godwin. I reside in Enugu State.
My name is Khair Ibrahim Dukku from Azare, Katagum Local Government, Bauchi State.
My name is Ibrahim Al-Hassan from Kano.
Fatima Neka speaking from Ebonyi State.
My name is Funmi from Lagos, Nigeria.
My name is Dennis Robert from Adamawa State.
My name is Tonya Olorunike from Plateau State.
My name is Hazo Asa from Kaduna State, Nigeria.
Assalamu alaikum, Sunana Sadiya Tahir.
Whitefield Foundation did this. And if you go and do your search, you will find out we're #1 in Kano and #4 in Nigeria. And I want to let you know we're going to do more.
My name is Aisha Salis Babangida. I'm from Kano State. I heard about Whitefield Foundation, find more a lot about them, what they did to help people in other states, and they bring it here in Kano. And I have been with them since from day one. We went to Dara, we went to Ministry of Food and Sport Council, and went to the Ministry of Women Affairs. They teach a lot of people how to have business on their own and how to earn their own money. I have good experience with them, from the online classes to the the field work. From the online classes, they have good teachers that teach us how to do a lot of things. And in the field work, it's also an interesting class because they will teach you how to do the things and they will show you all the ingredients.
With the SDG goals, number 4 is our number 1, quality education. So we are passionately committed to eradicating poverty through education and empowerment. But we can't do that SDG goal without the others. So we also commit ourselves to gender equality, decent work and economic environment, industry, innovation and infrastructure, responsible consumption, and partnership that makes that work. So that's why today we would see how we have made that happen. From our core competence, we were drawn to some other areas of existential problems because we can't solve people's educational or vocational problem if there are no roof on their heads, if they are swept away by water, if they are on the dying bed in the hospital. So we had to come in, and that was what introduced us to some other areas that we have done so proficiently at. Let's take the COVID, for instance. The COVID was a pandemic. That means pandemic is not something you prepare for. The last time we had a pandemic in the world before COVID was about 100 years. Our pragmatism came to play when we had to turn our vocational class to a production center for hand sanitizers to be able to stem the spread of the pandemic. We distributed hand sanitizers for free to about 4 communities in Lagos and to the whole of the police formation in Lagos State. Then we had the support of great organizations during the COVID. The Coke Cares came to us and we were able to give about 168 families food that will last them for about 3 weeks to 1 month. We also had people like Oladipupo Johnson who gave us money to feed another 100 families. Some of them don't want to be mentioned. And then the NSAS. Whilst we are not politicians and we do not want to be, but we could not close our eyes to the plight of the people that were hit by stray bullet. The Coca-Cola company gave us enough money to be able to support 185 gunshot victims. I mean gunshot. We saw themselves from 10 states of the Federation. And then came the flood. That was last year. I mean, we had the Coca-Cola Foundation. And later on, we got the support of Stalin One Foundation. With Coca-Cola, we went to Anambra and Delta. We went to the food basket of Anambra, Anan, where they produce yam, rice, and cassava. And they were able to feed not just the state, but beyond. But the water swept everything away, their harvest and the seed for the next season. We're able to come in with substantial intervention to prevent continuous loss. You can hear some of their testimonials.
I bring you a good message from Mr. Governor, Professor Chukuma Charles, CFR. So I want to thank you for coming to our aid. I've seen the materials we brought, I've seen the cassava stems and other. We'll say thank you, and then God will continue to bless you.
This intervention will help us a lot. It will go far, it will help my people. I appreciate the Whitefield Foundation. I thank them for the relief materials.
And then we went to Delta State. We went to places like Ungeli North. We went to Isoko South, Ibide Kingdom, Owodokpoko. And these people, these were interlands. They had never seen that kind of intervention.
With the members of Voice of Ibide people, and by extension the entire Ibide clan in Isoko South local government area, Delta State, wish to register our heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to Whitefield Foundation. The donation of food, planting materials, and others that your NGO facilitated has given residents of Ibide clan a ray of hope and a chance to rebuild their lives from ruins of the 2022 flood. We assure you that working with the community leadership, we shall ensure that the donated items are distributed to the most vulnerable members of the community. We commend your NGO for your keen interest in locating a remote community like Ibide that was badly affected by the flood and in sourcing for relief materials that will surely bring succor to our people. May God bless and promote your activities as a people-centered NGO in Nigeria and all over the world.
And we've been everywhere. In Kano. In fact, I was given a chieftaincy title in Kano just because of these interventions.
Bazis development is now tabbed as Gerko Matandara by his as a district head of Dara, who is also representative of the Emma of God. You are now not Madam Dara, you are now Gerko Matandara.
So what I'm saying is this. All glory to God that what started as just helping people around me has become an institution. I'm glad to let you know that our goal is to reach 1 million Nigerians by 2025. Today, directly, we have reached 179,000, and I mean touch their life directly. And over 345 indirectly, because like in Kano, when we do the train the trainer, where we ask people to train another 5, if we actually record that, we have exceeded that. But we are not where we want to be yet. We want to get to that goal, and with your support, like you've given us all the years, we are going to surpass it. What do we want to do? We have a 3-pronged approach going forward. We want to continue our educational support. Next year, we want to adopt 5 libraries and renovate it just like we did for Atorashi School. We want to sponsor at least 1,000 students for NECO. I know in Lagos State, the government pays for why, but we want them to have opportunity to sit for 2 exams. We want to also do the same thing we did at some schools where they have shortage of teachers. We get qualified teachers to give extra classes in the public schools. Look at the testimonial of the head boy of Atorashi that scored very highly at the last JAMB.
My name is Amoto Shopuri.
You're the head boy. Yes. How did the extra lesson help you?
It's helped me a lot, especially in mathematics and English.
In mathematics and English. What was your score in JAMB?
The overall score, the aggregate was 87.
We want to do more of this. And our vocational skill, we will continue to do that. I want you to know that I really still want to reach that 1 million goal. It looks audacious, but I'm not going to give up. With your support, with your help, let's eradicate poverty through empowerment. We can do it. Long live Nigeria. Long live Whitefield Foundation. Long live all of you supporting us. Thank you. Where they have shortage skill, we will come.
Let's have another round of applause.
I remember someone just said, what, this is 500,000. My husband is turning 50. I want you to do something with it. We were able to give 20 people scholarship at 25,000 each. This support is not always a lot of money. You too can support. One more time, I want to say thank you to all of you that have made Whitefield a success. The board of trustees, our partners, the people that trusted in us.
20 years on, you know, it's always when I go, you know, when you first get taught something for the first time, as it's hot, everybody is saying it. 5 minutes, half everybody has forgotten. By the time it's 20 minutes, everybody has. Let's try that again. Ask your neighbor, the way you used to do in school. What did they say before? 20 years on. The scholars are back. Okay, good. Let's give another round of applause. I think that video was amazing. I particularly enjoyed that video because I think it was a very good synopsis. It's difficult to capture 20 years in 20 minutes, but I think the video did a pretty good job. It showed the representation of Whitefield across the 36 states of this nation. It showed the various forms of support that Whitefield gives, you know, from the educational support to the empowerment to the COVID relief to the NSAS victims, the prosthetic legs, the flood victims. You know, it's literally any type of help, assistance that you can think of, Whitefield has done in one way or the other. I think that's pretty amazing. And to top it all off, the Whitefield Foundation CEO is now known. You might be thinking she's just a regular individual. She's now known, especially on the streets of Kano, as the Garkuwan Matandala. Garkuwan Matandala. So when you see her today, please, that's how you greet her. Garkuwan Matandala. Greet you, ma. You know, 20 years, over the last 20 years, Whitefield has been able to count 179 people that have been directly impacted, but 79,000, excuse me. 179 people will be just today, maybe. 179,000 people that have been impacted, but indirectly, almost 350,000. But the goal is 1 million by 2025. It's a big goal. It's a big goal, but it's a worthy one. And those are the only type of goals that we should be striving for anyway. Together. It's all about doing it together. Together, we can get there. So, I know that you didn't come here to see my face. So I'm going to ask the founder, CEO of Whitefield Foundation, the Garkuwan Matandala, to come on stage now. Please give her a round of applause as she comes up to give some special recognition.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I am super excited. Please be seated. I feel really honored and happy to be doing this. You know, I will do this all the days of my life, and I'm excited. I don't want to make speech. That was why we did the video, so that I won't bore you with the speeches. I want to recognize all the people that are here. They're very special to me. Chairman and his beautiful wife. Thank you so much for coming. The Vice, Ms. Aileru, thank you so much for coming. I have an adopted son, Larry Daramola, thank you for coming. We go to the interland. Dr. Sego stays in the Houseland. That's the chairman of the board of Whitefield Foundation, Dr. Doyin Sego. The longest standing donor apart from my husband, Dr. Ayo Harriman. Oida's father-in-law, Pastor David Awoni. Tom's parents-in-law, Mr. and Mrs. Erile. Thank you so much. Whitefield is just a passion, and you've already seen that. And like I said, I'll do this till I breathe my last. I'm too restless. I can't sit down. So, and I'm ready to go anywhere, right? We go to Ibadan, we don't eat, and I'm very picky eater. I don't eat anything. So when we're going, we have a strategy. I won't tell you that. Today I want to today is grants and award. So I'm going to go straight to that. There is a special grant going to 3 people that are not aware because they would not agree. They did not fill the form. They didn't want to be part of what we're doing today, but they deserve to be. The first person I'm going to call, she's a nail technician. She's made my nails for 20 years. I remember when my son was in primary school and they asked him, what does your mom like most? She said, her nails. I'm like, how? I know children, they're just, they're real. Because I'm always like, hey, don't touch my nails. Hey, don't let all touch it. Don't, So I must have put so much attention on my nails that he felt that was very important to him. The same way when they asked him, what do you do on the dining table? They expect him to say, we eat. And he said, we do homework. So that's no guile, just as it is. This person is Iyabo Oyene. Now, let me tell you what was peculiar about her. I knew Iyabo was very good at making nails, but she has never taught people how to make nails. So we had to scrutinize her and make her to do a curriculum to be able to teach people how to make nails. And she did. And today, 2 people have opened nail shops just because Iyabo did. So from Whitefield Foundation, so that you can teach more people. Iyabo, can you please come forward? We're giving you this small token. Please show the big check. It's a big check plus small money. Okay. I don't know how to do it. Like I told you, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to hold it. Okay. Thank you, Iyabo. God bless you. What really made us popular, really super popular, is our domestic essential. Especially during the COVID. We finished the class and 2 days after there was lockdown. A week to that time, we changed our curriculum to include the hand sanitizer. And then we started producing it. It was so good that we took it to all the police stations in Lagos State. And we brought to your local government. We took it everywhere. And we were giving, this community, we gave every house just to curb the spread of coronavirus. That was not it. To push it further, when we were going to Kano, I wanted to go with 2 facilitators, but one declined. Say, Kano. But one person followed us. And she taught 2,212 people in 5 days. We went to 5 communities. We did not know that she was pregnant. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Ibiduni Olabisi. She's an award winner today. Thank you. So when she gave birth, one day I went to her hotel room. She was in the next room to me. And she was vomiting. I said, what is happening? He said, maybe because of the food we ate. I told you we just eat any food. We didn't know it was Joshua that was there. They did not know. Okay, I'm to hold it again, right? Okay. Okay. These are wonderful people. Now, the matandala of them all, the ogakpatapata of them all. When we were doing all these things, I call her morning, noon, night, especially when we had the shape. Then we had like 8 different centers, and she was coordinating all the coordinators, training the trainers. She was the one that helped Iyabo with her curriculum and other things, and we said no. She would never apply for a grant from Whitefield, but she is a micro-entrepreneur herself. She's still doing a few things, and I said no, I wouldn't let her go. Even though she never applied, we decided. I had to hide these checks from Tayo because she's directly related to the person in question. So she told me, are we not doing big checks again? I said no. So between my husband and I, in the night, I'll be calling the printer, bring the big check. Then they're bringing the big check under the table. And then I quickly called him, take the big check. Now hide it behind that table so that Tayo will not see it. The person receiving this check is Mrs. Christy Ania Fiok Fadikwe. Where is she? She doesn't even know. Tayo too doesn't know. I did this. I'm giving myself some credit. Come on, keep clapping. My friend, come. Thank you. Thank you. She's a consultant trainer herself. She helped to facilitate to teach 16 recipes in catering. She secured the kitchen of Food Co for us. We have an online class that has reached over 79,000 people. She made it happen, Christy. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know the next thing on the agenda, but I know this one, we had to take it away from the agenda that Tayo had so that he wouldn't know. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Amazing, amazing. As if you're not done enough already, you're still doing more. 20 years gone. By now, once you see me coming up the steps, start rehearsing. Ask your neighbor, what did she say? What did she... why is it... It's been a while, Abby. It's been a while. A lot of you are here when Whitefield started 20 years ago. Some of you are adults. You already had... It's obvious. It's obvious. Let's try it again, please. 20 years gone. Whitefield goes on. Okay, we're getting there. It's improving. We'll see the next time I come back. We're now going to spend some time giving grants of different types and different cadres. We'll start off with educational support. So today, Whitefield is committing to support 20 students to varying degrees with educational support. As you remember, educational support is where we left off. Yes, you can clap if you'd like to. So we're going to call the grantees, the recipients of the educational support. Mr. Tayo, please come up. Please, this is the husband of the woman that was crying just now. Okay, so when you hear your name, please come right up to the stage. We're starting off with Chigozie, Gentle Boy. He goes by Gentle Boy. We have Victor, Igbobi College. Deborah, UNILAG Coordinator. Shodimu Teniola Ajoke. Oladipupo Babatola. Awolu David. Aja Happiness. Latif Quadri Oluwatobiloba. Okeke Chioma Joan. Adelaja Eniola. Afola Shade Praise God Boluwatife. Shabi Mariam. Mba Isaac. Adeshino Kudus. Omokpariola Israel. Esther Dada. Amana Glory. Afolorunsho Funlola Abiola. Odutayo Bukola. Someone said, oh, wow. You didn't know that you were receiving a grant. Well, you are.
Okay. Now, for these ones, we did what we call O for undergraduates. We went to schools because Yaba is a very peculiar location for education. We have FC, FCT, Unilag, Yabatech, you have the health school. So we have all the schools around here. So we decided by ourselves we're going to adopt all the schools. So we did something called the Hope for Undergraduates. And we have all these ones except one of them. And they are all enrolled in our tech hub. They're teaching them coding and websites and all that. That's valued at over 200,000, each of them. But today we're going to give them a token. Like I said to you, I don't give millions, right? Because if I do, I will not be standing. We're going to give them all, what do you call it? Data subvention. Because they said, when I was in Unilag, I left Unilag in the 80s, light does not go. How many people were... I did not understand. They said they don't have light. I said, you don't have light? When light goes, you just stay where you are, because in 1 minute, you're going to have light. So when they say light goes, I'm like, so, Deborah, we're paying your tuition for 1 year. She's a 400 level law student. Where's the Bobby College? Where's the? It's coming, yeah. There's one young boy here. We're going to pay his tuition. And then a gentle boy, we're paying your WAEC. That's 50,000. The rest of you, we're giving you 10,000 for your data so that you would be able to do the tech hub. So thank you for all of you. Give them their letters. For a photo, can we have the chairman? Can we have, please come and help us take photo with them. They said I don't observe protocol. I know. Please come.
Chairman, sir.
Yes, sir. Vice, sir.
Board of Trustees, all trustees present. Please come up.
So where are we supposed to stand? In front, behind them?
In front, please.
To get chairs for you to sit. If you sit, yes, we'll have a better.
Dr. Ariman, please come. Larry, please come.
What camera are we facing? Which one? All of them.
Okay, also, they're going to call, we sent out to, we have a big community out there. Before we take this grant, I want to say a special thank you. Like I said, it's not always a lot of money, and by the grace of God, God has blessed us also. When we have any form of support, we try to match it. A church in the US reached out to us and gave us $5,000. And we decided that we were going to give all out. And then when we started making the list, we saw that it was not going to be enough. We decided to match that, and that's why we're doing what we're doing today. 30 micro businesses today are going to get one form of grant or the other. We found out that some of them were not registered. They don't even have a business name. So the first thing they should do, because we try to do bookkeeping, we have a lecturer on bookkeeping, accounting, because if you're going to scale up your business, then you have to understand how to treat the business as an entity. So we decided that all the ones that do not have registered business names, we're going to give them enough money and some change to register their business. So they all, I think about 17 or so of them, go with 50,000. Then all those that have business names that are registered, either limited or just enterprise, they're going to have 100,000 and above. Some have 100, some have 200. So we're going to call them now. But this credit I give to the Epic Church. I've never seen them. I've never met them. I don't even know their address. But Oakland, USA. So I mean, we keep doing the good work. We've never gone to anybody to ask for money. We've never gone to. And when I invited people, I say, it's not fundraising. I don't do fundraising. The work speaks for itself. So help me to say thank you to the Epic Church in Oakland. We're going to send them a letter and let them see that, yeah, they gave us little, we doubled it, because we're going to have a record of all the things we did, and it's doing well. So we're going to get the list now.
Thank
and
you.
This time around, I'm going to ask my in-laws to join us also to take the pictures. Don't mind me, protocol 0.
I'm going to call the names of the grantees. The first category of people who have not yet registered their business name and are being given award grants to register their business name. But before I do that, 20 years gone. Someone said life goes on. 20 years gone. All right. So the names of the grantees are Funmi Ogbebo, Deborah Ukpana, Michael Onaji, Oluwaseyi Adedayo Oshinubi, Jennifer Olawoye, Shalewa Shotayo. I'm not seeing any of. Is it that you don't want? I can help you. No, if you don't want it, please do let me know. Shalewa Shotayo, Precious Agu, Ngozi Osuji, Irene Ikponwosa Albert, Sebastian Nnemeka Ogbu, Taiwo Onaji, Okoro Mba, Sunday Egbeke, Chidima Mba, Blessing Ediege, Hajarat Ajagwe, Joy Ogbu. I think some people don't want their grant. I think we're all here. It's looking like we're close to 17. Great. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. As already mentioned, you will all receive a grant of 50,000 naira to enable you register your business names and become official businesses recognized in the country called Nigeria. Can I ask the CEO, Board of Trustees, yes, everybody on the front row to please, yes, come back up and take another picture with this category of grantees. They can just come.
Let's take it in batches. That was too wide.
Very special invited guests. Allow me to apologize because I'm still going to call you up a few more times to take pictures, but I think it's good exercise, you know. Up the stairs, down, up, 20 calories. Okay, 20 years gone. The next category of grantees are people who are going to receive between 100 and 200,000 to expand, to buy relevant things for their businesses, and in some way or the other use the money to move forward. I'll now call them out. As you hear a name, please do stand up and come to the stage. Temilade Oyewole, Iyabo Oyene, Bekere Ojukpekunfin, excuse me, Antonia Ojenagbon, Ekene Ude, Shokumbi Ifeoluwa Adejoke, Maureen Ileaboya Aluko, Love Ereso, Esther Jesuloba, Akinwale Ojukpekunfin Wale Donald, Ojukpekunfin. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much and congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So as I mentioned, the grantees on stage will be receiving between 100 and 200,000. Can I ask the people sat on the front row to please come up and take pictures with the grantees? They want records of... You can stay down, you can stay down. Thank you. Thank you very much. In just a minute, we'll have Maureen Ileaboya Aluko come forward on behalf of the grantees to say thank you. As she comes up to the stage, let me ask you this. What happens? Whitefield goes on. I said, let me switch it. Let's see who will catch it. Oh, really? Whitefield goes on. 20 years gone. Whitefield goes on. All right, thank you.
Okay. Happy 20th anniversary to Whitefield. On behalf of everyone that won the grants, both for the educational grants and business-wise, we want to say thank you. Thank you, Mama. God bless you. Thank you, Pastor Funmi Johnson. Thank you to everyone that has supported one way or the other, the chairperson, the chairman, the chairlady. Thank you so much. God bless you all. And we pray that Whitefield continues to grow by God's grace. Thank you.
Gbogbo ẹsẹ̀ Whitefield Foundation gangan ló gbé adé bí. Orí pákí lò lórí ẹyẹ, kìnìún lọ bẹ̀ràn kó. Whitefield Foundation o. Ẹ̀rí tá a bá ń sọ pàgbàjọwọ́ la fi ń sọ yàjẹ̀jẹ̀ ọwọ́ kan ò gbẹ́rù dórí. Ilé iṣẹ́ Whitefield Foundation gangan lọ̀gánú gbogbo wọn. Elédùmarè ló rán wa. Wọ́n ní 20 years gone Whitefield still on bẹ̀rù gangan má ṣe bá ń sọ ẹ má bínú òyìnbó lè dàbí Yorùbá. Ilé iṣẹ́ tó ràn ní lọ́wọ́ o. Lọ́pàá àwọn èèyàn lọ́bẹ̀ nígboro tán rí tẹnikẹ́ni rò. Mo kí bàbá mi o Honorable dáadáa di chairman gbogbo Yaba pátápátá. Ẹ kú ìjókòó àtọkùnlúùlù tó ń bẹ níbí mo kí gbogbo lé pátá porogodo. Ilé iṣẹ́ tí mo ń sọ ní Whitefield Foundation ó jàre. Ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹrin ní gbogbo Nàìjíríà pátá ni. Alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Haúsá ló jẹ́ gangan ni. Kò yí sí rárá o. Àwa la kọ́jẹ́ bàbá o. Àwa la kọ́jẹ́ bàbá. Àwa la kọ́jẹ́ bàbá o. Àwa la kọ́jẹ́ bàbá. Bí tọrọ ṣe kéré tó kì máa yí sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ sísì. Àwa la kọ́jẹ́ bàbá. Jẹ́ bàbá o. Àwa la kọ́jẹ́ bàbá o. Àwa la kọ́jẹ́ bàbá. Àwa la kọ́jẹ́ bàbá o. Àwa la kọ́jẹ́ bàbá. Bí tọrọ ṣe kéré tó kì í sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ sísì. Àwa la kọ́jẹ́ bàbá. Tí n bá ń láwa la jẹ́ bàbá ó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ béèrè ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu tèmi. Ọlálẹ́wọ̀n wì tèmi ló ní gangan ni. Ilé iṣẹ́ Whitefield Foundation ń bẹ̀rù gangan ni. Fún gbogbo àǹfààní àwọn tán wo mí lé. Ẹ ti rọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tó ṣe wípé wọn kàn jẹ́ lérònú kankan wọn mọ̀ ní tó fẹ́ ṣe. Wọn mọ̀ tó fẹ́ ṣe. Ìgbà tírètí pin. Ilé iṣẹ́ Whitefield Foundation ó gbéra dìde. Olódùmarè ló ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́. Ṣé látàyè COVID-19 ní ká ti máa sọ ni? Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ tírètí pin fún pé kò lè lọ léèwé. Ilé-iṣẹ́ Whitefield Foundation gbé wọn dìde. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tíṣẹ́ wọn ti kú tí wọ́n ní kankan mọ́ o. Ilé-iṣẹ́ Whitefield Foundation ń bẹ fún wọn ni. Ọ̀kan ṣoṣo àràbà tí mi gbọ́ kìjìkìjì ni. Ìlú Èkó Akéde náà ti kalẹ̀ sí kan tó lọ sílẹ̀ Haúsá. Wọ́n dé Bọ̀yì, wọ́n dé lẹ̀ Kàlàbá, wọ́n dé Delta. Jẹ́ bàbá ìtọ́rọ ṣe kéré tó bẹ́ẹ̀ tí sì. Whitefield Foundation o. Mo ní wọ́ọ̀kì bí ológun ẹ̀rú o. Èmi ò kì í bí oníwọ̀fà ọgbọ̀n wo kì í bí ẹni tó lé dẹ́gbẹ̀jẹ́ bàbá àwọn òwòfà. Àwọn gẹ́gẹ́ náà kọ́kọ́ jẹ́ bàbá. Ẹ̀rí ká máa ràn ní lọ́wọ́. Ó lẹ́yìn tẹ́ ẹ ti dìde ìwé mímọ́ ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ nínú Bíbélì. Ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti dìde, ẹ̀yin tá a ti gbàlà, ẹ dìde fún gbàlà ẹlòmíì o. Ṣebí tí Whitefield Foundation tó ṣe nìyẹn. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ni ìbá ti ronú kú nígbà tí ìrètí ti pin tí wọ́n mọ̀ tán fẹ́ ṣe. Whitefield Foundation pẹ̀lú ọgbọ́n àtìmọ̀ ohun ìní gbogbo nǹkan tí ọba mi òkè tó jogún fún wọn ló jẹ́ kí n kọ́kọ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ akọ́dá ayé àṣẹ̀dá ọ̀run ọ̀kàkà òkìkí ọ̀kàkà Jésù Kristi ẹni tó ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ mo níbi tọ́rọ́ bó ṣe lè wù kó kéré tó àwọn náà kọ́kọ́ jẹ́ bàbá Whitefield Foundation o.
Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for Partey people. All right, thank you very much. That was amazing, that was fantastic. We have in our midst, we're honored to have in our midst, the chairman of Yaba Local Government Council Development Area, Honorable Omiyale Kayode Adejare. A round of applause, please. We'd like you to please come up, sir, and say a few words on this momentous occasion. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. My dear sister, Mrs. Funmi Johnson, and Pastor Tokumbo Johnson, congratulations. Wishing you long, long, long life. Wishing the Whitefield a very long, long life. The first chairman of Yaba, you are recognized. And my darling wife, the chairperson, Mrs. Kemi Omiyale, the chairman, board of trustee, and all other dignitaries in the house. All the awardees, congratulations. God bless you. It is my pleasure to be here this afternoon. I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago when I was invited to this program, although this will be the second or the third time that I'll be honor an invitation from this organization. And Mrs. Funmi Johnson has been a very wonderful woman in this community. In fact, I'm very, very delighted that we are having this kind of organization in Yaba. And it's no surprise. If you are talking about Nigeria, Jerusalem, Yaba is Nigeria, Jerusalem. Because when you talk of the kind of, the form of Christianity, the kind of denominations, we have all of them in Yaba. So we have the headquarters of Mountain of Fire is here. The headquarters of Foursquare is here. The headquarters of Presbyterian is in Yaba. A host of others, Methodist, Anglican, Baptist, all of them. So we have good people. We have Christian-minded people in Yaba. And that is why we are having this kind of organization, this kind of gesture in Yaba community. And we are very, very happy. The government, yes, we have been talking about giving. Presently, Nigeria is going through a lot of challenges. And when you talk of economic challenges, it's not peculiar to Nigeria. It's a global issue. I happened to travel to UK and Canada in the recent time. And I cannot compare what I saw there with what I saw about 4 or 5 years ago. That's to say that the situation is all over. Although we in Nigeria, I continue to tell people that yes, Nigeria, we have no excuse to be poor because we have the resources. In any kind of resources, God gave it to us. But very, very unfortunate, all these things were mismanaged. And that is why I continue to tell people that, look, we have professors, we have experts in all fields, and all of them that are putting the health, the knowledge, the experience together. But we are yet to get a solution to what we are passing through in Nigeria. So the only person that can save us is God. So let us look unto God for his divine intervention. The government, many of you may not agree with me, but I'm very, very sure, and I'm someone like me, I'm very, very optimistic, that very, very soon, Nigeria will get out from this dungeon anytime from now. The government, they are trying, federal government, state government, local government. At our own local government here, we are trying our own best to touch the life of the people. And in fact, I can confess here that today, I'm learning another English word. Because in under government sector, we be calling poverty alleviation. But I believe that the word alleviation is not ideal. It's eradication. How we can eradicate poverty in our community. And with what we are seeing from Whitefield Foundation, that's to say that we government, we need to buckle up. We need to wake up to our responsibilities. We have been doing this in Yaba, but we want to assure the people that we will not relent on our efforts. We continue to help the people. We continue to touch the life of the poor. We continue to touch the life of the students and some other, people in our community. So once again, we want to congratulate the Whitefield Foundation for the job well done. And God be on our side. We continue to partner with you. We will not leave you on this journey. We shall continue to join you. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. That was the chairman, Yaba LCDA, Honorable Omiyale Kayode Adejari. I'm going to call up in a few minutes the Garkuwan Matandala once more. Who remembers what Garkuwan Matandala means? We have some scholars here, yes. The undefeated female warrior of Dala Kingdom. That's Garkuwan Matandala. So we have some scholars. Very good, very good. And to really test our scholarship, 20 years gone. Eh? After 1 hour. 20 years gone. Whitefield goes on. 20 years gone. Whitefield goes on. Not bad, not bad, not bad. You can give yourselves a round of applause. All right, I'd like to call up to the stage to present awards to some special people. Mrs. Funmi Johnson, the CEO founder of Whitefield Foundation. A round of applause, please.
Thank you so much. We're working strictly on time. I want us to finish by 11:40 max. So we have just about 20 minutes. And for 10 minutes, we will do the awards. Why do we have to give these awards? I think it will be injustice for people to actually impact your life and for you to deny it. Yorùbá sọ pé ẹni tá a ṣe lóore tí ò dúpẹ́ bí ọlọ́ṣà kó ni lẹ́rù lọ ni. Even in the Bible, when the lepers were healed, only one came back, and Jesus said, "Where are the 9?" I want to specifically, there are a lot of people that have been a blessing to Whitefield Foundation, a whole lot. Especially people that I call, like the party people. Did you see that dance there? Can you put your hands together for them? Those are the unofficial board members of Whitefield Foundation. They were the people I went to when I needed the JAM form. In actual fact, the first recipient of Whitefield Foundation, she's not here. It was her husband that gave me the GCE money and the JAM money, and the lady went to UI and she made a first class. So we have people like that, but they have become family, so I call them we. We have people like Bisoye. I just called him, I said, "You are the keynote speaker." Say, "What will I say?" Say, "You say something." Just say something. Tell them about your life and then say something so that they can learn. I know Jide, I call him Demystify Excel. You know, he's a big boy, Oga Pata in the bank. I said, "Oga Pata, no answer." I said, "Come and teach them Excel." I said, "I'll call one of my boys." I said, "One of your boys cannot do it because the studio is in my house and I don't want your boy inside there." He came and had to teach demystifying Excel. You know, Lanre is there with her big tummy. You know, she came, she's a guru in graphic design. All our facilitators generally, I'm going to scroll all their names, But today I penciled out some people, and you will know why. Can I have the list, please? All of you deserve awards, but we have to now scale it and pick a few people right now. So if I have the list, please. Okay. So the first award, there are some companies that did so well for us, and I couldn't let it go. As a registered company in Nigeria, you have to have your account audited. You also have to do your, what's that thing they do? Annual returns and all that. As an NGO, we also have to do that. But all those are done for us for free, courtesy of some companies. I'm going to call them out right now. So we start with the support award.
Okay. Mr. McBen Okoro.
Now, let me tell you about McBen. He did not know this. When we had a call to go to Anambra, the last time I was in Anambra was 1989. And that was after we left school. We were just, gyrating all over Nigeria. And so the only place I knew was Umudioka. And then I had to go to Anambra again. I needed an Igbo man to follow me. And I said, McBen, can you follow me? He didn't even hesitate, and he went. And we were actually, what happened to us? Ritual killers. Ritual killers waylaid us, bashed our cars. It was a very horrible experience. I was just praying. He was speaking Igbo, but God helped us. And to make it worse, we called the commissioner, who was supposed to be the one to receive us. When he saw us, he ran away. Then we knew that we too, we needed to run. I'm giving you this support award because you really stood by me. Thank you.
Mr. Olatunde Emmanuel.
Now, the Jagbawa is being Jagbared. When I was hiding the checks, I gave them to him. He didn't know he was getting an award too. When we had to go to Kano, he said, okay, let me go with you. What are you really doing there? And we went to Kano. That was when he saw that for 3 days we don't eat. We were just walking. When he came back, he asked my husband, I said, I think your wife is on steroid. That's not normal. People don't do that. Because when we're working, we're really working. He stood by us. He's English speaking, he's Boro, We are local. But I want to say thank you for your support. Thank you.
Dr. Ayodele Harriman.
Dr.
Harriman.
No, Dr. Harriman, please sit down. No way. That's the chief of the awards. This one, I'll come and carry you myself. I'll tell you a story about Dr. Harriman.
The partnership awards then.
Okay, let's do the partnership award.
Alliance for Youth Nigeria, represented by Mr. Shakiru Lawal.
Mr. Shakiru is not here. So who is going to take it? Okay, let them come, please. I'll tell you about Alliance for Youth. Please come. I don't even know how they found us. I just know they found us. And they said, can you do this? We said, we can. They did not believe us. If you tell us to train 50, we will train 100. Because we already have 200 on our wait list that we're waiting for to train. And then they came. We did the first training in Lagos. And then the next one, they asked us to go to Ibadan and Kano. And then Mr. Shakiru came. And he said, I'm impressed. 16 times in 2 minutes. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. I'm super impressed. I'm impressed. I'm like, what? Because you found us and you believed in us, we want to say thank you. And this is going to you. Thank you very much.
Sterling One Foundation, represented by Solomon Okonkwo.
Thank you.
The Capstone, represented by Mr. Taiwo Otuniga.
I wouldn't say because, my husband is a pastor of the Capstone. The Capstone had been there before anyone else. So we're going to be giving the Capstone an award as well. And we'll give it to be taken by Pastor Taiwo. Thank you for believing in Whitefield Foundation. And thank you for supporting us. Thank you.
Blue Velocity, represented by Tomide Olukwade.
How many people know we have the best documentary, if you hear those English, in the year of the coronavirus? It's not me. I don't have that kind of English. It's Blue Velocity. They do all our documentaries for free. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Emmanuel Olabisi and Co-Chartered Accountants, represented by Mr. Emmanuel Olabisi.
Our accounts are audited because we deal with very top-notch corporates, and they have to see. He scolded me, he said, Pastor Funmi, you can't do that anymore. I'm not going to allow that. You have to do your books, inventory, in, out. So we did it. Thank you so much, sir.
GL Agbomoagon, legal practitioners, represented by Lugard Agbomoagon.
I don't bother. Lord Lugard, I don't give a thought about what do you call it, filing reports, anything, tax, anything, or whatever. He does it. If they catch me, they catch him. Thank you. Okay, now let me talk about, is that all? Dr. Ariman. We have the Chief Support Award. It's different from all the awards. Dr. Ariman is not my friend. She is the mother of my son's friend. Philip and Tom were in the same class when they were in Lyford. I can't remember how she knew about Whitefield. She's the longest standing supporter outside of my husband. And every time she gives to Whitefield, she says, oh, it's small. I said, you don't know how big what you think is small is doing. Every month. Thank you so much, ma'am. So please help me. My husband bring Dr. Ariman. Don't let her come by herself. So the most outstanding support award goes to Dr. Ariman. This is real crystal. I went to source it myself, and I make sure your name is, your face is imprinted on it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. There's one joker. Today, I did a lot of Jagbar today, and I'm really excited. When you have watched too many thrillers, you know how to, just hit. I hid Christie's check from Tayo. I hid David Olatunde's Manuel's award from himself because he was the one carrying Christie's check, and he thought he was helping me. Now, my husband, yesterday night, we were still trying to print the letters till about 12. Of course, didn't sleep, slept with one eye. But I have an award for him. He didn't know. So I had to keep it with Tayo. So I've been keeping things all over the place. And I said, have you brought it? And so we're planning it. Tuesday was our 31st wedding anniversary. And Whitefield actually started as a burden that I caught from him. When he told me his story, how he lost his parents before the age of 12, and how he had to leave from one family to another. You think, oh, he was born in England, so everything should be rosy. No. People used this birth certificate. He never got his British passport. So many things went wrong, but God was merciful. And I could see if a little help came into someone, what difference it could make. So to the most God-fearing husband on earth, this goes to you. Beulah Tokumbo Johnson. Every woman will do well if they have a supporting husband. Thank you. And I don't speak too much English. He edits all the English. So if you see any good English going out there, don't give me the credit. If they are dancing better, if they are jumping all over the place, give me the credit. But if it's for English, please don't give me. I think I'm supposed to give a vote of thanks, right? I think Tayo should do that. Yes, I've done enough talking. Where is Tayo? Behind every successful CEO is an able executive COO. That's him there. He works relentlessly. What do I want from you? Tell one person to tell another person that Whitefield Foundation wants to reach 1 million Nigerians by 2025. What did I say you should do? That's all I want. How can you do that? Become a champion of Whitefield. Become a champion. I remember when we were 10 years, somebody came like this and told our friend, and our friend that I don't know supported us for 2 years. But I think she went to be with God. And like I said, I've never been to Epic Church. Someone told Epic Church, and they said, let's see what you can do with $5,000. We want to register 1,000 students for WAEC. Is the Aturashe guy here? Aturashe head boy, is he here? Come. You're even wearing suit. I told him. We went to renovate their library and we put about 700 books there. They gave me the list of books. Come on. He's already dressing like an undergraduate. And then we saw that they didn't have good English and maths teacher. And then we said, okay, we did emergency English and maths class for them. They were doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for 3 months. And you scored what in maths?
93.
He scored 93 in maths, JAM. He scored 287, and he's going to UI. And we're going to pay his tuition. I told him if he gets admission into public university, I quantify it. Is your mom here too? Okay, and the principal. Mommy, I joko, Emma worry ma. So once you get your letter of admission, give it to Whitefield Foundation. God bless you. The idea is they will graduate and become very, very great people in the future. And little by little, we will change the narrative in Nigeria. Now, I want all of you to become champions of Whitefield. How can you do that? Just scan a QR code or go to our website and just say, I want to be a champion. We will never ask you for money. We will not ask you for money. Now, when you get into that form, it would ask you, tell us whatever you think we can do. We're open to your suggestions, to your ideas. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? You know, we want to do so much more and change the lives of people. And I'm telling you, 10,000 makes a difference. 50,000 makes a difference. 100,000 makes a difference. Next year, we're going to reach 1,000 people, secondary school students, at 50,000 each, and we will do it. How many people know we will do it? There is nothing that we have planned to do that we have not surpassed. We're going to do it. So please, you can scan the QR code, be a champion for Whitefield, and keep supporting us in every way you can. And if you have suggestions as to how we can do better, please let us know. One more time, I want to say thank you to everyone here, the pressmen, my in-laws, my friends, and all of you, and to the recipients. You don't take our money for free. We're going to deal with you. For the 20 people that will give money to register your businesses, we want that business registered within the next 2 weeks. We gave you 50,000. Registration will cost you about 15,000. We know what we're doing. So don't say that something chopped the money. If something chopped the money, we will follow you. Okay? And for you, whatever the 200,000, inject it into your business and let's know what you did with it. As the auditor is auditing me, I also will be what? Auditing you. So thank you so much. I hand over to Tayo. Thank you so much.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good afternoon. Good morning, good afternoon. Thank you all for coming. It's been a pleasure working with Whitefield Foundation for close to 15 years now. And it's been a pleasure. It's given me an opportunity to go to so many places and meet people I may not have met if I didn't do it. And it's also good to see the success stories. What we showed you is just, let's say, 15% of what we have and what people and the lives that have been touched by these opportunities. We say thank you to everyone that's honored the invitation to be here today, to the host community, the Capstone. We say thank you very much for always being with us and always supporting us. You are very much appreciated. Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Vice. my big uncle. Thank you very much, sir. It's a pleasure seeing you here. Dr. Harriman, thank you. All the things you do encourages us. We are very grateful. To Dr. Sego, thank you for your wise counsel, always. Thank you to Mr. Daramola. Thank you for coming. All for Youth, thank you. All for Youth is a consortium of about 11 thereabouts partner organizations. Thank you for coming. We much appreciate to all the guests that came, Jide, Bisoe, the facilitators, which they will scroll. The facilitators made it easy. They deliver with utmost professionalism, and they mind that they were not being paid or being given a token, or it may not be convenient. They all gave the best. Not beyond that, they make themselves available to the community that they train and mentor them beyond. There are some people here that are not even in Nigeria, and they still were part of it, contributing their quota to empowering people throughout, the world. And like my CEO said, Whitefield Foundation, we are still audacious enough to say we're going for 1 million, and by 2025, and it's possible, and we believe it, and it will happen. And I believe all of us here will be part of that success story. Once again, thank you for your time. For the people we invited that have been part of the community over a while, and you got our invite, can I see your hand? Okay, thank you for honoring that invite within that short notice. We are glad to have you in our midst. There's so much more coming from us, and that's why we wanted you to see this, so that you will know that we've not stopped, and we are bringing more things in empowerment, in poverty alleviation, and in education. And by God's grace, we will achieve all those dreams. Once again, thank you all, and have a wonderful rest of the day.
That brings us, ladies and gentlemen, very swiftly to the end of this great occasion. We'll obviously take some time right at the end to take pictures, particularly for everyone on the front row. Please do wait behind for a few minutes to take pictures, but I don't think there's much more to add. We're going to 1 million people by 2025 with your support as Whitefield champions. I believe we're all Whitefield champions, right? Okay, thank you very much. Please, once it's put back on the screen, scan the QR code and let us know what you want to contribute. Let us know your thoughts, your suggestions, your ideas. My name is Oyin Johnson Awoni, and I'll leave you for now, but I'll ask you one more question. I know you already know what I'm going to say. If you don't know, you know what to do. Ask your neighbor. Who is that person that wants to take my chance from me? 20 years gone. 20 years gone. Whitefield goes on. Whitefield goes on. 20 years gone. Thank you very much, everyone.
Okay. The pictures, all the awardees, we need to take a picture with you, and then you do interview. There are interviews going to the press. They would like to speak with the CEO and grant some interviews. Please oblige them. The interviews will be at the back. For all the grant awardees, both education. Yes. No problem. So for all the people that got education support and business support, please, we want you here in front now. We need